Okay. Spoilers ahead for the show, for the beginning of the show. You've been warned. Okay. Frieren's Beyond Journey's End is interesting because of how it tells its story and the concept behind it. Frieren's Beyond Journey's End tells the tale of 4 warriors who set out to go fight this demon king. Now, this demon king, I don't know much about it. I've only watched 2 episodes so far. But so far, it's interesting because it mainly focuses on one of the characters, an elf, who is a mage. Apparently the elf is a mage, and I'll get to the rest in a second. But the point is, the 4 characters begin to find solitude? Yeah, solitude. They go their separate ways as their journey ends. It's interesting because the 4 characters is a bearded dwarf, a blue-haired warrior who's basically talk of town, and the corrupt priest. And then you got Frieren, which is the mage. Now, I'm gonna raise my voice a little bit because dogs. Okay. Frieren is interesting because when she goes into solitude, she finds this, at first she rejects this, but there's this purple-haired girl who's been trying to study magic for a while, but she needs a mentor. So what does the corrupt priest do after the corrupt priest saves her? Well, what do you expect? She asks Frieren, a fellow mage, to mentor this person. Now, I can't really give a full analysis on this character or the shows, but I can tell you that the first 2 episodes are interesting. And I'm going to continue watching the show for a bit to find out more. But I think this show is... What interests me is the concept of 4 characters going on a journey for 10 whole years, right? And then all of a sudden, they say, well, let's not really stay in contact much, and let's go do our own thing, which is normal. I mean, you get out of high school, life goes on. But the fact they do this in a show, is interesting because I just haven't seen it much. And that's just why, I think things like anime are outcompeting Hollywood at a rapid pace to the point where it's not even laughable anymore. Because you see all this stuff going on, and it's like you look at things like, it's just a simple show like Frieren's Beyond Journey's End, and then people wonder why Hollywood's doing so terribly. But enough of that. The point is, Frieren's Beyond Journey is interesting to me for a concept, but not just this concept. It's just also the characters. The characters are also interesting, especially the purple-haired person. From the first 2 episodes, I like the visual storytelling anime, on these animes I watched so far. They are really good at giving an example for a storyteller like myself, in terms of giving examples how to do proper visual storytelling. Because literally, it could have just said, oh, the corrupt priest saved her. Instead, they does a show don't tell, and they show the visual storytelling and the moment of the corrupt priest saving the girl. Now, I'm not going to go into more details on because I don't want to spoil it too much. But the point, with Frieren's Beyond Journey's End, so far it's a good show. I haven't watched the whole thing. I only watched 2 episodes. I'm on the 3rd episode now, so I will be making a part 2 of this video, and let y'all know my thoughts on it. See you later.